Hello, ladies, gents, and babyface predators, just waiting for me to let my guard down. We return to Celeste and our wonderful adventures in the land of impossibilities. It is a fantastic time to be alive. I'm going to hold on to that and then hope that we can do something about it. I assume that we need to, as of always, we need to wave dash. We need to wave dash. Just hold on to that stuff. Oh, it's been a couple days, so I need to get my mind used to wave dashing again. All right, that's totally what we need to do. There's just no freaking question about it. So no, there's a little bit of timing involved here. I've been just, getting through my work day, getting through my work week, thinking about this game and how much fun it is to play it. I just look forward to continuing our horrendously challenged experience through Celeste. It is quite the challenge. I actually don't need to time this nearly as tightly, right? Because the dash upwards actually gives me a lot of time, so I am way overthinking this. It is an important part of the process. You might overlook it. It's kind of important to actually hit the jump button. I think it's kind of a challenge. Oh, of course, you do need to time this correctly because you need to jump off it without holding on, so that way you can have enough airtime. So you do need to time this pretty tightly, as far as I understand it. Like, of course, it's been our experience quite often. It is kind of become a theme. Well, that's not gonna work out. Kind of become a theme that I tunnel vision on a particular way of doing things, and I just don't even consider. There we go. Of course, then we need to follow up with actual more platforming instead of just dropping to death. But it is part of the process of getting it done once. Yeah. Oh wow. That is some challenging stuff, but clearly the way that it needs to be done, as opposed to other instances where I just fail miserably. Oh man, I think we're not almost there at all. There was a freaking horizontal trampoline that will take us to an even bigger challenge. All right, but I'm happy that at least we got this far. Probably just drop and then dash up and just jump off again. This is a long puzzle with a little bit of involvement. Seems like every single episode I will have at least one instance of me tunnel visioning on some way of doing a puzzle, a certain screen, and just don't realize that there's a much easier way of doing it. And it just kind of has become a theme. Overly complicating things. That is why all my relationships fail. Because I overly complicate things. And then fast forward to that 3 a.m. argument about the toaster not being taken care of properly, because you need to make sure to put on the cover, and if you neglect to put on the cover, then the toast doesn't come out right, and now we're arguing about it. Freaking night. I am regressing once more to not being able to pull this off. It is pretty damn upsetting. I was so damn excited to clear that gap. So damn excited to clear that gap that I didn't have the presence of mind to continue the entire quest. It has been pretty damn silly the way that I'm failing miserably here. There we go. Alright. Okay, this part is kinda easy. Just keep going. Wow, you do need to wait a little bit. You need to time that correctly. It's not as straightforward. Just keep going. You need to. Perhaps that's one of my more challenging. Anything that requires timing, my brain has a really tough time adapting or doing what is required to be done. If it's just going forward, those time attack type of challenges where you just constantly go forth without having to stop even a millisecond. I think I do best on those. This is also a trend in Spelunky as well. Any kind of puzzle that will have a lot of trouble in custom levels. If it's just going forward, I'm going to have a much easier time. You know what? Wave dash is starting to piss me off. Not really, but kind of disappointing. I'm suddenly unable to do it. Oh, come on. Your hair touched the platform. I feel, personally slighted. That did not count. Yeah, that's not going to work. It's like, do I need to like count 1 second and then go? Because it seems to be pretty damn tight timing. There we are, much better, but quite a challenge still. Don't now. Whoosh! Oh well, I think I waited. Oh, wait a minute, there's a gap. I saw a gap in between the corals. Do I need to go between that gap? Oh, of course. You guys just see that? I didn't realize you could do that. I mean, I don't think this is useful in any way. But it's cool that you can do it. How about we use this? Now that we know the layout of the land, like this gap right here in the middle. Do you have to use that? I'm a little confused. It's like, is that trampoline? Am I being debated into taking the trampoline? I don't think so. You certainly need to go above. Yeah, you need to go above. You need to do that jump dash, because you see, it's the exact same height. You just need to time it right. It is simply an issue of timing it right. We're almost there too. If you pull off that one, I think I'll be able to. If I pull off that one, I'll be able to do it. I feel like I should have spent a little bit of time practicing this before we started. But of course I have no way of knowing. No way of knowing whether the next puzzle is going to be a hard one or we're going to get through it pretty damn easily. So it's a matter of jumping in and checking it out. We got through most of the previous gauntlets extremely easily. Only took a few tries each. So I was expecting to have a similar experience going forward, but it seems like we have found our match yet again. One of those that are actually quite a bit challenging, and I would say I don't even feel bad about not getting this one done right, at least so far, because it's actually quite a challenge. It's very difficult compared to everything that we're going through. The timing of it, it's not so much the movements, it's the timing of it that is really giving me some trouble here, because you need to wait only a little bit to get this jump done, and then the turnaround. What the I pressed the away from the block directional as opposed to simply gently going up. You ruined everything. It's not so hard. Waiting way too long. This block, I think it has random starting speeds. That's the only explanation I can come up with. It randomly speeds up and it slows down just to throw me off. That's pretty neat. Okay, that's much better. Okay, wait a little. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to throw myself onto a freaking platform. The horizontally propelled, vertically installed spring-loaded mechanism. If you're technically minded, that is the actual technical nomenclature. Oh, it's a secret right here. It's a secret. No, it's no secret there. But I am happy to have. Okay. Alrighty then. Do I need to bounce it and then go under it? Now, well, we'll learn how to deal with clouds, didn't we? We learned how to deal with clouds. The freaking Core C taught me exactly what to do about these stubborn scumbag clouds. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I assume grab that feather. But maybe without touching the falling platforms, maybe I need to use them in some way. Okay, and I assume then just go around the loop. Here is somewhere that I could definitely use. Oh, no, you need to conserve that for sure. I could definitely use a viewfinder just to know what's coming, you know, instead of forcing me to improvise once we get to this spot. The feather will go into the unknown, and I need to figure out exactly where to go. Yeah, I kind of resent that. I don't know what to do here. We'll just have to move forward. And there's the viewfinder. Alright, well, never mind then. I was just bitching and moaning for nothing. I guess I need to go down that way. Alrighty then. I bet you just hold on and it drops. That's a tight ass gap. That's what I said last night. And then you just drop down. Trial and error is my best friend. I don't really care for your stupid viewfinder nonsense. I assume I need to hold on to this, and then that happens. Go over it, I guess. But it puts you back here. This is just illegal. This is illegal. Game is not supposed to operate this way. Absolute nonsense. What am I even supposed to do about that particular obstacle? Let's, I guess, give it more than a split second of thought, because obviously I am a thought myself. Let's go through here and just throw myself into the coral. That is just the way that I do things. Obviously, I am a very, very smart individual. Alright, let's give it a little bit of thought, because it is quite clear to me that I'm incapable of basic puzzle solving mechanisms. When you wave dash, like when you question yourself, like, what do I do next in Farewell? If the answer is not wave dash, you got it wrong. You use wave dash your way to victory. That is what you do in Farewell. Once you get taught to do it, you're going to have to wave dash at least once per screen. Kind of have to teach your brain to use that technique that we have never used before. Alright, that was pretty good. Alright, hold on to it. There we go here. I guess you just hold on and then dash to the opposite. That's not too bad. Now that I have figured out the intricacies of this pile of garbage, I am ready to tackle it. Hold on. Diamond. Carry on. Drop. I think I just need to climb down with my claws. With my incredible super sticky gecko claws. I will climb down to the trampolines. I guess that's the way I'm supposed to do it. Strange things that must happen here. Not used to. Oh, well, okay. If you let go, that trampoline is going to be pretty easy to reach. The thing is, once the momentum is going down, it's going to be a lot harder to get the timing right. It's going to be quite a pain in the butt. It is, in fact, quite a pain in the butt to have to repeat all this nonsense, to trial and error that nonsense, because I cannot for the life of me figure out a way to, you know, ahead of time think of a way to do it. I need to actually be there. We have verified with that little bit of interaction there. It was not a complete loss. It was a slight loss, but not a complete one. We have verified that when you let go of the wall, you actually don't move sideways, so you can simply keep on moving, and your vertical position, or I guess your horizontal position, your x-axis position, if you are feeling in the Descartesian mood. Is that how you pronounce it in English? In Spanish, we always call him Descartes, even though that is a terrible way to pronounce a freaking French name, but it don't matter. We don't care about no Frenchies. Those gross, disgusting, smelly, cheese-loving cowards. Now that I have properly alienated all French... No! Don't do it. I assume that just dropping down once that block is going down, I did not expect to reach that that feather, so that was kind of strange. Okay, let's see this. Hold on. Now drop. Can you jump down? I mean, you clearly can just slide down. No, it will not jump down. So how do you gain enough speed to reach the trampoline. Do you even need to reach the trampoline? Maybe I'm supposed to jump. Yeah, check it out with the viewfinder. I don't know how to approach the falling platform with the trampoline thingies. Let's check it out again. This is giving me a freaking headache. Let's check it out. Let's see. Can I just jump from there? I think that's it. I think that's the problem that I'm facing. You need to dash down. You cannot dash into that platform, and that's the entire issue that I'm facing. And then you just weave. What? You need to catch the trampoline, don't you? I can just see it. I can just see it. The stupid trampoline falling parallel to us and having to reach the goddamn freaking piece of garbage trampoline to be able to get to the feather. Oh, I can just... Ooh, this boils my blood. Actually, it does it, but, you know. I can just see the shape of the challenge before us. I resent the fact, though. Like, this is a true hatred in my heart for having to redo this extremely simplistic but extremely easy to screw up feather puzzle every time. It is a little senseless that I had to redo this part, especially, you know, since I am using the keyboard. It's a little bit of a challenge to use the feather correctly. Jump! Yeah, you just have to do that right and you'll be able to reach the platform, and at least we have the theory worked out. There's always a process. It's always a two-step. Actually, not always. Most of the time, it's a two-step process in any screen in Celeste. And it will be... What the hell do I need to do? Step number 1. Oh, that's what I need to do. How the hell do I pull it off with my dumbass sausage fingers? That's step number 2. I guarantee you, my fellas, that jump is possible. You just need to actually be really, really tight with your control. Oh, I knew it. Dash down. Now you have to catch it. Oh, you need to hold down the... Oh. The list of things that I am reluctantly accepting that I must do to solve this entire screen continues to grow. Because now, it's not just enough to weave myself between those coral spikes. No. I also need to push the down arrow so I fall faster. Holy crap. Oh man, do I absolutely, utterly, and wholeheartedly despise this bit of platforming right here, or you know, weaving myself getting onto that stupid dumbass feather and then failing miserably to change directions. It's just too much for me. I cannot handle it. This is legit 100% the most challenging part of the entire screen. And I realized that I just said it's a simplistic puzzle that we have mastered. That's not what I meant. I meant that, you know, it's old news. Something that I will resent in any game whatsoever, especially in Spelunky custom levels, will be needing to reduce something that I feel there's no more entertaining value to it. Must say though, that jump right there, extremely tight. When you come out of the feather, you, at least if you're holding certain directionals, you're going to have a little bit of momentum in a certain direction. And that's what throwing me off there. Alright. Oh, no! The others, I was too eager to jump off. In this one, I was too much ass. Oh! I just didn't have enough Wheaties in the morning, and I reached down too far. I think I need to hold the jump for a long time. I just need to get the timing right on it. good news is, at least the wave dash was doing it right. There we go. Hold it down. Oh, I thought we were done. I thought we were about to have to weave towards the falling platform. That's why I totally stopped moving in the direction I should have. Well, we're doing progress, okay? We're doing it. Oh yeah, hold down. Oh, you have to dash toward it too. Man, it's so rough. It's just wrong. It's just wrong. Absolutely wrong. This has to be like I don't guarantee you, but I will definitely put my money on the following bet, and that is this is going to be a kind of a threshold, kind of like there's going to be a cutscene or some kind of break to the narrative, because this feels like a end screen type of screen, you know, one of those big challenges that Celeste throws at you before it rewards you, quote unquote, with a little bit more of storytelling, or maybe a little break, like the end of a biome, that kind of deal. The scenery will change, that kind of stuff. So it certainly has that feel. We are reaching a little bit of a milestone in Farewell. Perhaps we're reaching the midpoint, which is a depressing thought in and of itself. I want to feel like that we are 2/3 of the way done, but I don't think we are. I feel like we perhaps are reaching the midpoint very, very soon, which is terribly depressing. The wave dash feels like a good midpoint. That's where I would put it if I were designing a free freaking DLC, you know. But Celeste developers are, let's say, slightly more diligent than your average bear, and they will go out of their way to provide literal hours of torture to their fans. Okay, let me just get down there. Yes! Please let me out of here. Oh, it's a bird. What? You still have to do things. You probably don't need to catch each and every one of those feathers, huh? Oh, you did not catch me. I totally dashed toward it. Please let me. This has to be a checkpoint. There's no way. I bet you there's a secret somewhere around here. You're not going to cheat me. I don't want to go through the exit. But then again, if I die, wonder if there will be any checkpoint in between. So let's just go through. All right. Well, that's the checkpoint. But I really expected some kind of, catharsis at the end of that trauma. Feel pretty good about getting that done in the first try, although it wasn't all that amazing. What? Okay. Oh! It's like, what's going on here? Wave dash. That's when in doubt. Wave dash. Your word to victory. I see it. I think I need to hold on. Oh no! Just lightly tap the jump button. Ow! I just bonked my head. That's a concussion for poor Madeline. She came here looking for a challenge, perhaps looking for some closure, perhaps trying to reconnect with her long-lost granny. All she got was head trauma and a massive hospital bill. What am I supposed to do here? Oh, I see. You're supposed to simply dash. Ow. Another bonk. You're supposed to dash. Stay back. Stay back. Ow. Scumlord. It doesn't look bad. It looks like it ends right there. Or rather, this particular bit of the gauntlet ends right there. Also seems like you can simply not work so hard at it. You can just do this. Oh. The wave dash is not necessary. But you know what? I was feeling really good about it. I was feeling like a real champion doing it. So I'm going to keep doing it. Oh, what the? I misaimed that. Something terrible. Okay. Get me out of here. Oh, you scumlord. I need to dash toward the platform at the bottom there, and then just keep dashing, make sure, keep bonking there. Look, I refuse not to do a wave dash when I have the opportunity and the will and the incredible ability to get it done. It just looks cool, and I'm going to be cool at the expense of my sanity. It really isn't even that difficult. I'm just being really obtuse. Alright, let's just get through it. Really obtuse. I forgot that you need to dash towards the platform. But we got this. We got this. It's really not even that bad. You know what I like about this? I figured it out quickly. It's perhaps the most infuriating part. Like, you know, it's the frustrating part. I don't mind dying 1,000 times trying to pull off a puzzle. It's when I can't figure out what to do, that's when I get frustrated inside my head. Because, you know, it makes me feel stupid, and I am terribly insecure about that. I fancy myself a very intelligent individual. Okay, so what exactly do I do here? I need to keep dashing so this doesn't disappear. I'm not entirely sure what I'm supposed to do. Let me do this. What happens? Huh? Do I need to hold on to that and then it will give me enough height? Oh no! Whoops. I think so. I think I need to use the momentum from the teeth coming back up. Not sure though. Ah! No, you can't even dash though, but you should be able to hold on to it and then quickly jump off. I'm pretty good about that. I'll confess. I thought I had it all figured out, and now I'm here and I'm like, how do you even... What am I not seeing? Is it truly that easy? I think so, yeah. You simply hold on to it and jump off at the last minute and you should have enough momentum. I think I got it. It's just a matter of now pulling it up all together. Really like this part. It's pretty cool. Man, I just freaking flew towards those spikes. Absolute incompetence. I feel like we have barely done any progress today. Okay, you do something like this. Yeah. Oh, feels pretty good to get it together. All right, another nightmare in the making. I look forward to all the terrible pain I'm about to suffer. Let's just bring it on, Celeste. All right. Gonna bounce off that and then start the climb. That's not going to work. I don't want to get on top. Okay, that's doable. That's doable. You just do something like that. Oh wow, I was just too good at it. Looks like... What? That's not gonna work. You go there and then with the directional, you're able to reach a little bit further. And then you just jump off that one. I think now that we know the dynamics of the puzzle, we can actually think about it a little bit more. So definitely dash upwards and jump off. You probably need to go on top of the moving platform, which will create the disgusting herpes on top of the thing. You bounce off it, do the double dash all across. And what then? What here? Oh, right here in the middle, trampoline will be available. And then you jump over to the other side, trampoline the other side, and that should work. I think I got my thoughts together. Let's get it done. To reach that a little bit higher. And in fact, it just means just wait out here a bit longer. Oh, didn't count on actually stepping on it, which is exactly what you need to do. So I actually went a little too early there. Alright. No. It's not gonna work out. I need to wait a little bit at the very beginning. I keep forgetting. Whoops. Keep forgetting. You come over here. And then you wait. And then you go up. Let's still feels a little... Wow, that was a lot of height. I think it makes a pretty big difference whether you hold the directionals or not. I've been told this in the comments as well. But, you know, I haven't really internalized it. In the sense of sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. And it's never, like, intentional. It's always a product of my anxiety and desperation to get certain things done. Again, I completely forget that you're going to be standing on the platform. I expect a bounce off. I obviously waited a little too long. I appear to be stuck in this never-ending loop of nonsense. There I was holding both up arrow and left arrow. I mean right arrow. And I gained way too much height. Wait. There we are. Okay, don't wait so long. Has to be just right. Has to be that Goldilocks little area over there. Okay, do it. Oh no, you can't do it. You actually have to wait, perhaps even just dash in the middle. Oops. Dash upwards just to waste a little bit of time. Like quote unquote waste a dash. So you don't get screwed. No. The timing there, it's just a matter of trial and error once more. Just trying to figure out exactly. Oh. Also hitting that upwards moving trampoline. Not 100% trivial. Didn't think I would make it, so I totally messed up. But hey, we get a non-death reset. Amazing. Feels good to, for once, not have poor Madeline suffer the untimely death and rebirth. You guys know this true facts. Little known fact of a Celeste. Every death is a horrendous agony for Madeline. Okay, so we need to reach that ascending platform somehow. Don't really know exactly how to go about it. I mean, we have very limited tools, so it has to be a double dash, right? Oh, what the? I thought that way I cleared that, or rather, the platform had cleared our position. But quite certainly didn't get that done. Please let me. Oh man, that's definitely the way. It just needs to be slightly more delayed for some reason. Because I'm not holding, like that one is the difference between holding the up and left arrow and not holding anything. Ah. You can't need to wait until the last millisecond. Here, we jump a little bit faster. You need to get it enough sideways distance to clear it. Wait. So you can, yeah. Oh, but there's goop. You scum. How do you do this without creating goop? I'm pretty sure you need to have no goop on the thing now that I saw that, but that happens. Maybe you just need to be fast enough so that this jump... Oh, you actually don't need to even hit the trampoline. I'm a little confused. Oh. Okay, so you don't have to get the trampoline, but it helps. I feel like we could have maybe done that. We could have done that okay. I mean, we are leaving a slight spot to stand on, but I feel like we can maybe do that. Maybe do that without touching it. It's like maybe get enough sideways momentum to simply land on the other side. There's some seriously minute, tiny differences that make all the difference. I keep doing that instead of going back to the trampoline. I mean, that last one, if we leave at least a corner, fail. If we leave at least a corner to stand on, I might be able to pull it off, but it does seem like a very precise little movement there. Oh! I was just too good at my game. Too good at my game. I was so great that I super sped my way to victory. That's not gonna work. Super spin my way to victory. To the point where I stood instead of I bounced. That is so much. Sometimes I just don't get enough height in that jump. It's a little weird. Again, I did it again. Stop doing that. You need to go back and bounce against the platform. And in fact, just jumping off is a much better approach than... Wow. Than just dropping onto the trampoline. Ooh. Yes. No. 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 I do have a dash. Yeah, okay. I think I get it. It's okay to leave. It's okay to leave the goop on the first jump because I'm supposed to dash over it. I think I got it. Again, I did that thing that I'm way too eager. Instead of turning back and getting the nice trampoline action, I fail miserably. Ah, see, I have a dash to use. Amazing. Ooh, we got some upwards moving wind, but it seems like we're going sideways. Ah, man, just miss me with that. I just want to go into these bubbles and have a great time. We almost got it together in the first try. I mean, I don't know how far this goes, but it does seem like... Alright, it looks like this one shows you that the bubble travels slightly upwards, so you can probably do that. Oh, amazing. Don't know if you still want to do such a forceful jump out of it, because it does seem like there's a little bit of trouble finding the exact gap. Oh, of course you just dash downwards. What a bait. What a bait. Yeah, that's definitely the way to do it. That bubble at the top is total bait. Just come, lords. Is it the way to do it? Doesn't seem like I have enough room to correct my trajectory, but I think I do if I jump out fast enough, or rather close enough. Aha! Well, here I go. Did I just skip like half the puzzle? Oh no! Or it seems that there was a secret. I'll embrace it. It seems like there was a different way to go there. It's not like, oh, I totally skipped the puzzle. No, there was probably another path that we could have maybe enjoyed. I'm going to assume that I need to go here first. Yeah. Probably need to go there first, because otherwise there's no other way to go in there, right? Grab this thing, jump out. I'm trying to jump out without using dash. I think that's also correct. No, there's no way in there unless... Yeah, unless you go back in with a dash. So grab it. Yeah, I'm trying to get my butt as close to that spike. I want to feel the spike right up there in my anus, but not quite go against it. Something like that. I think it's possible. It's just super duper tight opening, and I cannot plunge myself through. What? I'm confused. Definitely don't need to hold on. Okay, let's think about it before jumping in. So you get the double dash, then you go back out, you get that doorbell, and then you have only one dash to go through. There's no way that's done that way, right? You need that double dash to go back in. Therefore, you would wave dash. Therefore, wave dash. That's the farewell answer every time. Oh man, and it's just, you just don't think about it. You just simply forget from one time to the next. How did I do it correctly the first time, but now I'm just way too fast every single time? It's weirding me out. It's weirding me out how I pulled it off earlier, but not anymore. Can I simply just jump? No. You do need a little bit of speed, but not all the speed. If you get the perfect wave dash, it looks like you just have too much momentum. So I am. Also, the wind is kind of throwing me off on the height of the beginning jump. This is weirding me out. My complete inability to get this done after actually succeeding the first one. There we are. And then the second stage here is really not trivial either. The momentum that you carry out of this jump is just unreal. Oh, got it, baby! Nice. Whatever. Gee, wonder if you wave dash. Wave dash your way to victory for all farewell. Oh yeah, I'm not interested. I'm not interested in this nonsense viewfinder. I will be interested later. Man. I will be interested later once I know more of what's coming. But I feel like I just can't. My brain just cannot process this kind of obstacles. At the start, I need to get a good feel for them. Perhaps now is the time. Perhaps now is the time. Woo. To look at the viewfinder, because what happens after you clear the stars? When you clear the stars, you go to Andromeda. Okay, that is slightly upsetting. There we are. Okay, this descends, but not completely. Probably my stamina is about to run out. Let's just go over there and fail miserably. Alright, I think now is a good time to look at that viewfinder. So, we need to figure it out. Clearly get the double dash. And then you can probably just jump over. So you grab that with 2 dashes still in your pocket. You somehow reach there? Probably should just think about it then. If I'm saying somehow instead of having an answer, I should probably just think about it. You hold on to the left side of the first platform, then you move over to the right side of the second platform, then you go back up. I think I can figure out that much. That will have moved. And then it looks decent enough from there. Doesn't look too bad. Alright. Feels like we can pull this off pretty... Not easily, but it's reasonable. Doesn't look like one of those that we're going to spend the next 20 minutes in. It's just a matter of pulling every move. Do something like this. Jump over. Oh, I mispressed the directional buttons. That's so weird. That the dynamics of this block are throwing me off a great deal. Because, I think it has everything to do with where you're holding on to it. It will shoot you not where you're holding on. When you're bouncing, it will shoot you where you're holding on when you first grab it. Because that's where the momentum happens, you know? So it's pretty important to do something like that, but then, of course, then you time the jump correctly, so you're not utterly humiliated. The nonsense. It does feel like the timing on this block is slightly faster than the ones that we're used to in the core, but that could just be my idiotic perception. I resent the fact that doing it as fast as you can forces you straight to the stars. Thing is, these stars, the pattern, I'm not down with it. It's like it's not just up and down, it's up, down, all around, and give you a reach around. It's just not right. Whee! That. Then we did that. Probably still need to dash here, and then you just run out of stamina. Alright. Yeah. So I think I figured out where to use the dashes, which is exactly the way I use them. Alright. Let's go back. Oh, that's not the intended. It's not the intended result that I was looking for. So the variables here are the freaking stars. They're annoying as hell. Of course, you cannot climb back up because, you see, there's herpes. It's terrible, terrible herpes. Again, did the exact same thing, just dash toward the platform and you'll have a much better time. Woo! It's not gonna work well enough. Is the pattern of the stars independent of the restart? Or do they always do exactly the same thing when you respawn? I think so. I think they are always doing the exact same thing. And it's a matter of hitting the block at exactly the right height so that they don't, the stars don't screw you over. I really do resent the stars though, because who in their right minds is capable of planning exactly where you're going to jump through? Nobody. So it's a matter of working out a timing at the very beginning that works for you. And maybe like 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and then jump, and then somehow pull it up. Go a little further down. Get toward it, then over. Wow, of course, without stamina. You cannot. Oh, wow, that complicates things a little bit. Without stamina, you can't hold on to that block. So you need to do it faster, do everything faster, so that your stamina doesn't completely deplete. At least the frustrating part of this puzzle, if you want to call it that, of this platforming puzzle, is all at the beginning. If that star pattern was happening at the end, I would be just fuming right now. But since it's only at the beginning, not a big deal. Come on, hold on. Nope. It's leading me to believe, it's like, oof, do I need to alter the way that I'm doing this so I'm not doing so many jumps? That's a possibility. Because it's definitely not the only way to go around all these blocks. I thought that I had minimized the number of jumps. That's definitely bad. Oof. Now, like the last jump over. The last jump over definitely depletes all my stamina, no matter what I do. So it feels like I need to work out a different way to do it. But how? But how? I guess I'll have to look at the freaking viewfinder and actually think about it. Let's see. There's no question but holding onto the left side of that first platform. You need the double dash. Maybe skip. You can't really skip the jump over, because then you're using an extra dash. And you need the second dash to hold on to this one. Maybe you can skip holding on to the last one, the last herpes platform. You can just dash over the whole thing. That might be possible, but I was trying it earlier. I don't think I was capable of doing it. Okay. Something like this. Yeah. Oh, nice. No, he's gone, Lord. I was like, there's no way I can pull that off again. How? What a lucky break. And of course, Celeste will teach me to do things properly. A nice, beautiful, getting over it moment. Just right there. What a ball buster. It's actually not so bad. Please, let me hold on though. Okay, let's not be ultra stupid. Hey, made it through. All right. How long do we have? 48 minutes already. I should, I need to get to bed. This is after work. It is late at night. I need to get to bed. This looks like another complicated pattern of learning where I can go when. This seems like it will take a lot of trial and error. This is one of those that I will not feel bad about practicing in between recordings, because are you seeing this absolute nightmare? Are you seeing this utter nightmare? Let's keep the dash. I think it's pretty important not to use the dash at the beginning. Let's do this a couple times. Look at that. Oh, that's going to be painful. That's going to be utterly painful. So I'll probably just figure it out in between recordings, because it's one of those that are going to fill me with frustration because of the patterns being so utterly unpredictable. And I realize that maybe somebody with more mental acuity than I have would figure them out and know exactly where they need to go. But this guy right here with 2 thumbs on the stupid face, he's not going to figure out these patterns. He's not going to understand and react to them. He's just going to do trial and error. This is what this guy is going to do. He's going to do trial and error until the proper timing is revealed. At which point, he will look in between the gaps and pull it off only once. Like so, and then fail. I might need to dash through that. It's so awful. Just wait a little bit and maybe I'll be able to jump there. Maybe wait until it's... You know, it's just the addiction part of me that just doesn't want to stop. But I really should stop. The thing is, you can also hold the down arrow. It's a thing that you can do in Celeste. And you'll be able to drop faster. That's a decent plan. Something like this. I'm starting to see... I don't know. I was about to say, dying does not reset the patterns, but it does. I'm just being really stupid. Alright. Man, I'm determined to get it done. It's going to be amazing. We finally get it done. But alright, I'm just going to leave it here because it's just more and more death on it. I'm just going to figure it out, and I will pull it off while recording. Don't worry about it. But it's one of those that is like, there's going to be so many deaths. So many deaths, because this is not the beginning. This is not the only part. We have to figure that out and then just find a gap, happen to drop at the right time. What is this? How do you possibly, without dashes, like if I had infinite dashes, I could maybe waste a little bit of time and react to these insane patterns. There is no way my brain is capable of pulling that off without a billion instances of trial and error. So I suppose I'll see you guys on the other side. Until then, continue throwing your head at the wall until clarity ensues.